Three embarrassing things I did during my porn addiction. First embarrassing thing I did was I would stare at girls, whether it was sexually or was it I just had this big staring problem when I was in school. I would just stare at girls and I would gawk at them, and then the girls would get turned off, or they'll say that I'm weird, or they think that I'm stalking them. That's all because of porn. My mind was controlled by porn, and that's what happens when you don't quit porn and you rely on watching porn as a coping mechanism. Second embarrassing thing I did was I would watch porn and try not to touch myself. That is one of the most embarrassing things I've ever done because it always backfired. You always say to yourself, "Oh, I'm going to watch porn, but I'm not going to touch myself." You know what's going to end up happening. You're 5 minutes later, you're ending up touching yourself, and that's worse overall because you're training your brain to actually like porn, which in reality you should train your brain to hate porn. Third, the most embarrassing thing I did was in school. I would I was watching girls dancing online, twerking online on Instagram and TikTok, and I would send them to my friends thinking like it was good or it was something cool that I did as high school. But that was worse because it only made my lust addiction worse. I was super afraid and I was super scared to tell that I had a lust addiction. I had an addiction with porn because I thought I was going to get made fun of. But in reality, you got to talk with people. You can't do it all alone.